to in them early days?
Well, the neighborhood I grew up in Long Beach was like it was a new neighborhood when I was growing up, and so I mean most of what I heard growing up was rock.
What particular part of Long Beach was that?
Los Altos.
Los Altos.
Yeah, which is not, it's kind of extends to the California State University campus. That would be the extreme on one end, and then, but anyway, I grew up in that general area, and so I grew up with rock. My first concert was in 1957. I saw Elvis Presley.
Oh, wow, where was that at?
Pan Pacific Auditorium in LA on Beverly.
Man, well, how was he live playing? I mean,
hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Elvis at the Pan Pacific Theater. Do you know about the Pan Pacific? Is right here on Fairfax, off Beverly.
It's by that mall over there, yeah. By the Farmers Market Center.
How was that experience, though?
It was crazy because our seats were about halfway back, and I was on my dad's shoulders. I was only 7, and Elvis, he looked great. He put on a great show and everything like that. So, and then afterwards, we came out the building and they had a decoy Cadillac convertible there that all these girls, they all huddled around the Cadillac, and he ducked out another way.
Yeah.
Elvis left the building.
He got the fuck out of Dodge.
So growing up in Los Altos there, going to school. Because we know you later on, you got into journalism, but starting at that early age in the school days, were you involved with any school journalism or anything like that?
Nah, it's just all music for me. The journalism thing was an excuse to get into the music business without having any credentials. I had opinions. I knew about music,
Right.
But so I kind of crept in that way, and then I met everybody in the music business in the UK. It's a small thing. It's like, you meet 500 people and everybody.
You touched down in London when you got out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but prior to that, was your family already based in music? Did you have family? No.
I mean, my mother she was young when she had me. She was 19, so there were all these little 45s around. I've been addicted to 45 since 1955.
Wow.
So
right.
That's, I don't know anybody else that's been doing
Smoking
it that long.
45. You know what I mean? Right here, Danny Holloway smoking 45s.
Yeah.
So you get over to London.
Yeah.
And you start into your journalism.
Well,
what was it?
First I got there, and I liked the vibe, and I felt like I wanted to stay for a while, so I got a job in a record store. And then that was kind of slow and boring and stuff, but they had a different system than we have here. At the time, they would send to the record stores advanced copies of records that were going to come out in 2 months' time, and then you can make your order based on that. So as we were getting these advanced copies, I started computing this and thinking, well, I could just review this record and pitch the review to people.
Oh, that's smart.
So I was able to do that, and then I segued from doing album reviews to interviews and move up.
What were your favorite records at that time? Were you found a lot of funk and soul records in?
I'm trying to think back then. A little bit, and then I was also getting accustomed to things that I wasn't used to. Like over here, before I left, there wasn't such a thing as reggae, really. I mean, nobody knew what it was. So when I got to London, I had to kind of deal with that, kind of compute it, and I didn't like it at first. I was hearing a lot of bad London reggae and not the good Jamaican stuff. So probably when I got to the NME in 1972, that's when I started hearing the good stuff. I was reviewing the 45s every week, and about half of them would be Jamaican. They would just throw it against the wall to see if anybody liked any of it. So
who were some of the early groups that you were covering in that early state of journalism?
In the reggae field,
at that time.
Toots and the Maytals and Bob Marley was kind of, re-emerging in a way, and Bob Andy. A lot of people are still around in a way.
Right.
Some of the greatest waves of that music was just breaking out.
Yeah, and then I got to Jamaica. That same year I joined the NME. My first trip to Jamaica was in December 1972, and throughout the 70s I went 20 times. So I got records.
So 1972. What was the reasoning behind you going to Jamaica at that year?
The Rolling Stones asked me
Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones asked me to go there to cover Goat's Head Soup. They were recording in Jamaica.
Wow, amazing record.
So I went there for like a week or 10 days. I interviewed Prince Buster, the Wailers, all three of those guys. I did. I can't even remember everybody, but I did a bunch of Jamaican interviews as well as the Stones, and did a lot of digging. When I went downtown, I was the only white guy. You know,
right?
I think tourists were kind of intimidated to go downtown.
Wow. We're sitting here, ladies and gentlemen, with Danny Holloway right here on the Pave the Way show. We're just getting started.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go right back into the mix with DJ Abel holding us down every Friday night. Danny, thank you for coming here. We got more to go. Let's do it.
Keep it locked.
After this, or what are you gonna do?
We're gonna go into some hip hop shit. I mean, I think what we do here is.
You know what's interesting that you and I haven't talked about?
What we